Welcome back to Seeress. This is Tia. I am actually going to do a quick twin flame reading this morning. Haven't done one of these in a while, and I know that you guys like to. So I always like to open with a prayer. I say, Most High God, Most High God, Most High God. We just ask that all of the messages that we get today are for the viewers' best interest. You know, that we just ask that Archangel Michael and our guardian angels block any negative entities or negative energies sent my way or the viewer's way. Say, God fights my battles. God fights my battles. No weapon formed in the spirit or in the physical shall prosper. I'm highly, 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 highly protected, as are my viewers, and divinely, divinely, divinely favored in Jesus' holy name. Amen. So I am going to be working with the lovely Mystic Moon's Twin Flame Oracle. I'm in no way associated with Mystic Moon. I just really, really love her decks. Get no money off of that. I just love them. I always just try to give you an idea because sometimes the viewers like to know, what decks I'm using. So I'm going to do a twin flame reading this afternoon, or morning, I guess. It's not quite afternoon yet. I don't want to do too much housekeeping, but the only way that you can leave a donation, or if you want to leave a little small tip to support the channel, is in the description box below. The only way to communicate with me is the official email that's in the description box below. I closed the comments. There was absolutely no negativity of any kind. In fact, all my viewers have always been so amazing and supportive and wonderful. But there was some creepers, so I just closed them. Because my personal readings are closed right now, and when I open them up in the future, if I plan to open them in the future, you'll hear about that here on the videos. I don't want to keep talking about this, you guys. Don't get scammed, okay? So we're gonna do a twin flame reading this afternoon, morning, whatever. It's kind of noonday time. We're gonna have a nooner. Let's have a nooner. So for those of you who identify with the twin flame journey, or identify as being a twin flame, please be sure that you know what that means. Those are going to be a little bit different than a soulmate or a soul connection. I typically assume that most people who watch videos like this, twin flame videos like this, are typically, not always, but usually a divine feminine. Now, a divine feminine or a divine masculine doesn't have anything to do with gender. It has to do with energy. And another thing you might want to keep in mind is I tend to channel for twin flames or high-level soulmates who are in separation. That being said, when I do twin flame readings, I do them a little bit differently than I do my other readings. You may not be able to see what I'm doing very well, but I will hold the cards up for you. All right. You held my hand and took me right back down to hell. Whew. Okay, I like to split the deck with my left hand because God gives us two hands, one to give, one to receive. Yeah, some of these divine masculines certainly can feel like they're the devil in disguise, right? So this song right here is Horizon at Night by Cascade. She says, you held my hand and took me right back down to hell. An angel on land and a devil in disguise. Yeah. Well, I like to pull one oracle just to see, what the overall energetic message is. Holy Spirit, what is the general energy for this twin flame love reading? Holy Spirit, what is the general energy that we need to know, the viewer needs to know, that's going to tell us the flavor of this twin flame love read? Oh, it says, I was wrong. It says, you held my hand and dragged me right back down to hell. I've got an angel on my shoulder and a devil in my head. Somebody been up in their head? Yeah. And letting your mind run away with negative thoughts. We don't want to do that because thoughts become things. We got to control that. But yeah, when you're in pain and stuff like that with these connections, maybe they're talking about your masculine, you switch the roles. Your twin divine masculine absolutely can be a female. Because like we said, it's not about gender, it's about energy. But there is some responsibility of the viewer. Take what you believe fits for you in your situation, and you leave what's rest. If you're not hearing your story in this reading, there we go. There's plenty of twin flames you can search. Don't get yourself turned around, confused, or misled. There's some responsibility. If it's not your reading, it's not your reading. Maybe next time. Separation. Yeah, it was like I was saying, I kind of knew. Let's put it out here. I'm going to be channeling for twin flames in separation today. Okay. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'd love to have you. I really do. I'm firm in that. I'm standing on it with both feet that once viewers start kind of interacting with the channel a little bit more, emailing me, liking, subscribing, stuff like that, commenting. But I have the comments off. Like I said, there's creepers out there. I don't want you guys getting scammed or harassed. And honestly, I think they probably were bots. I don't have time for that, neither do you. But yeah, the more you interact with me, you know, because these are collective readings, you know. And Twin Flame Collective, you know, it typically does share a lot of energy. Don't join a cult. Don't get into programs. These readings are free. If what I'm saying doesn't resonate with you, just leave it on the table. Oh, I'm already burping. Okay, so I really believe once a reading starts, whatever happens is a message, and typically spiritual burps, spiritual sneezes means the releasing of fear. Yeah. I split the deck. There's a barrier here. Oh, we're releasing fear. But your twin is in nostalgia. You might be in nostalgia too, like missing each other. Remembering the connection and how it was when you first connected. Okay. So I know you're not going to really be able to see, but I typically spread and I choose intuitively for twin flame readings. So there's been some deception here. And there might be deception of more than one because I can see somebody back there. Spring? Was there deception in spring? But spring, I can also read this as rebirth, make a new start. There's been deception. Maybe there's going to be a new start. I pulled these out together on accident. Divine Masculine is numbing. So something was being deceived and they want a new start, or maybe something deceptive happened in spring or will happen in spring. You take how you think it fits, but your Divine Masculine, I'm assuming I'm speaking to the feminine, but you could switch the roles. Divine Masculine has been out numbing. And numbing, like drinking too much, smoking, working too much, maybe involving themselves in way too many like sexual encounters or because this connection is stuck. Yeah. Like, remember when I split the deck, there was a barrier, but everybody's in nostalgia. missing each other. Yeah, that's why your divine masculine is numbing themselves. There was something deceptive that happened in spring. You know, or there was deception, and now there's going to be a new start. But right now the connection is stuck. Stuck because everybody here needs to like focus and focus on self-worth. I mean, that's part of what this journey is about, really, is learning to value yourself, especially for divine feminine. I mean, I created this channel for my healers and psychics and empaths and creatives and artists, and we're gonna be developing and sharpening our psychic. These kind of connections always do. Gifts, and iron sharpens iron, right? But the other thing we need to do as a collective is value ourselves, put ourselves first, because in these kind of connections you can get really obsessed. There can be the runner and the chaser. So we have to really shift into our self-worth. I'm just speaking third party here. Yeah, the connection is stuck, but guess what? You're in separation, but you already know this. That's pretty undeniable, right? Pretty hard to miss one of these. If you don't know what I'm talking about, that's not your twin flame. Yeah, it says your counterpart, your twin, is going through the dark night of the soul, which is why, and your twin's having to focus on self-worth too, because it's been in a third party. Now, a third party doesn't have to be another person. It can be, work, family, a move, travel, just something that's inserting itself into divine business. But this right here causes a major trigger that kicks off the dark night of the soul. What's the dark night of the soul? That's the ego death. And that's painful, where you lose and shed your identity that you once knew about yourself. And, like, oh, I'm a zookeeper, and I'm the son or daughter of so-and-so and so-and-so, and we believe this, and our life is like this, and this is the trajectory of my life, and I'm like this, and all of that gets ripped apart. That's the dark night of the soul. It's the ego death, where you're changing and you don't even recognize yourself anymore. Your belief systems are being torn down, So, but this right here will trigger that. But what's on the other side of that is ascension. It's your soul's evolution. Like, you wake up, you're not sleeping in the matrix anymore. It can be really, really painful and really, really scary. Yeah. So everybody's purging right now. That could be purging old thought patterns, old belief systems, purging self-destructive behavior, toxic partners, dead-end jobs, really letting go of a lot of stuff that's been, you know, a wedge in maybe not just your connection, but it is what's causing the separation, right? But everybody needs to be in separation to work as workus like circus. It kind of is really a circus. Workus on your work on your self-worth, you know, do the inner work. Yeah, because your connection, you know, this is just a matter of divine timing. And I know sometimes divine timing really seems like it really sucks, right? It's really isolating, and especially when you have this profound of a connection with someone. It's like on a soul level, you know, it's not about how hot someone is or how much money they make. I mean, it's really an unexplainable connection. And unless you've been in one, you wouldn't know what that is. But sometimes divine timing seems like it really, really sucks, because most times they're with a karmic partner, or you are, and what do you do with this person? You don't just dump somebody and take off because you think you met the one. You might have, you know, you're learning lessons from a karmic partner. But in most times they are relationships, long-term commitments, sometimes marriages, even though people don't like to hear that, you know, they're there to teach you lessons, to teach your person lessons, your person's learning. They're there for a reason. We need them. They play their role. But in most cases, they like to stay past their expiration date. Or you do, because it's comfortable, it's familiar, you understand it, you don't have to work or grow. I may be talking to somebody, but I also may be talking about someone, right? But like I was saying, okay, so your twin kicked off the trigger that started the dark night of the soul, and vice versa. Okay, you switch the flows. Yeah, the flow of energy between you and your twin is going to be because you're mirror souls. So typically, what's happening to you is happening to your twin, so, and vice versa, right? You can feel it. They're pulling on your energy. You know what I'm talking about. If you're on this video, you're probably experiencing some level, or you wouldn't, you know. I mean, you're always welcome to come and watch and learn and stuff like that. Watch and learn. That's not what I meant. But I mean, learn about stuff. You know what is she saying about that? You know, but it's just what I was saying, you know. So that karmic partner, they're learning lessons. Yeah. Which helps them also in the ascension process. Yeah. Raising their vibrations. Because it's helping them to purge. Learning those lessons helps us to go, oh, you know. I mean, we could say it in a million ways. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, but your person's being guided. And you're being guided too. I mean, I'll tell you, like, I just kept hearing, you know, I was doing a different reading for a soul connection. It might have been yesterday or a couple days ago. And I don't know, I just... I kept pulling the isolation card. Isolation, right? I'm being guided to say this right now, but I don't know. I kind of embrace my isolation because that's part of my place where I can, you know, cut out all of that. But I'm saying this for a reason, so I don't know who I'm talking to, but if you're being guided into isolation, don't think that like that's a bad thing, or you're so lonely or stuff like that. There will come a point in this journey where you'll accept that and kind of go into solitary, because that's where you're kind of being reborn. Yeah, because you're in grief. Yeah, I kind of was feeling that energy. Yeah, you're being guided. Well, because you're experiencing grief. That's why you're clicking on these videos and stuff and looking for some support. Well, you'll find it here. And this is painful. A spiritual path it's risky business, babe. And it's painful, and it goes through many. Oh, and I am on my way. That's the song. Yeah, your twin knows you're in grief. Your twin's probably experiencing some grief too. As we already saw in the very beginning, there's nostalgic here, which means they're reminiscing and remaining. Yeah, it wants to come back and balance the scales. Bring you some justice. You might be dealing with a Libra, might not, but you want to come and balance the scales. And I am on my way, it says. Yeah, because it's waking up. It's ascending. Yeah, see, I can't even make this up. Because he's your divine masculine's in regret. I regret that he left you in grief like that. And I'm on my way. But for right now, the answer is no. Why is the answer no, Holy Spirit? Because right now there's a lot of destruction. Okay, so in the tarot, this would be the Tower. So the Towers is typically, yeah, because the answer was no. He's in regret because he said no. Well, because your person is probably really stubborn, digging their heels in. I don't want to change. I don't want my life to change. And so the destruction card, this is an oracle card, but in the tarot, this would be the Tower. So the Tower is when we get too stubborn, too complacent, too stuck. We saw that, too stuck in our ways. God Almighty, the Most High, will take a lightning bolt and blow your shit right up. Excuse me. It will tear your tower. It will tear your, yeah, because it's kind of like a forced spiritual awakening. Well, I keep saying on my channel, and I mean it. I mean, this is a spiritual path. Okay, it looks like it's this, mystical love relationship, but it's not. It's it's your spiritual awakening, okay? And that can be a wildly painful journey, okay? Because there's a lot of this. But why would God just tear it down? Well, you're behind schedule, sir. Because you've been stuck, because you didn't want to change, so you had to rip it down because you were too comfy and complacent. But you're on a TikTok, buddy. Yeah, and so listen, when I talk about that, another thing I like to say in these readings is everybody here has free will. So sometimes twins, when they separate, they don't come back together. But if he rips it down and they still say no, God will honor that. You might get yourself a fancy new soulmate instead, or some something else that, helps you to continue to stay on your mission, right? On your spiritual calling, right? Because you're doing your part, right? Anyway, I keep getting sidetracked. This is the tower. This is the tower in the tarot. So that's when God has to step in when somebody's being way too stubborn and won't change, too comfy. Saying, "Oh, I've got this, I've got that, I've got this, I've got that. That's why I can't do that. Can't do that." Well, let's just rip it down. God will just rip it down. Lightning bolt. Just rip it down. Because it wasn't built. Well, it can be even this connection. It can even be, I can read that in a different way. It can even be this connection. It got ripped down because it wasn't built on a solid foundation. But it more than likely was because your masculine, your twin, was settling. That's why he was stuck. That's why he was comfy. That's why he was stubborn. That's why he was being lazy. That's why he was being complacent and didn't want. Because after you've been lazy for a long time, like the idea of starting over again, getting to know somebody else new, that seems like a lot of work. Like I'm going to have to actually do something now. Well, that's why your other karmic partner's relationship, you were just settling for whatever so that you didn't have to do anything. That's not what God called you here to do. That's not what our lives are about. So, yeah, after it blew up, your person's realizing he was settling, and now your your twin is at a crossroads. Maybe somebody here does crossword puzzles. This song, there's no place I'd rather be. Like right when I put this, they're standing at that crossroads. Do they want to continue to keep settling in their life? They're observing. Might be watching you on social media. Oh, I don't have social media. Well, it's, observing you, spying on you in all the ways that we did before social media existed. Yeah, and seeing signs. Your twins seeing signs. Yeah, so that's what I was saying in the beginning is that most, divine feminines wake up first. They're seeing signs that, maybe you're part of their soul family. What's a soul family? Well, in the ancient spirituality, like Atlantis, iniquity, all of the ancient beliefs back when there was like, probably before the patriarchy, really more the monarchies and stuff like that. Monarchies, no, that's royal. But yes, but I mean, what am I trying to say? Matriarchies. Oh, why that was so difficult. But they really believed that souls incarnated to the planet in tribes, like soul tribes, soul families, So, your person, your twin might be thinking, well, maybe this is like part of my soul tribe, or like, because maybe they are thinking in their mind, is this, because how confusing this kind of connection really is. All a divine masculine usually knows is how freaking drawn to you they are, and they just want to be around you, and they're not having the same ascension symptoms that you are. But they know they want to talk to you, they want to see you, they want to be around you, they miss you. Maybe they want to ask you to become part of their family, or maybe they want to have a family with you, or, but they're seeing signs that, maybe you're part of their family. They want you to be part of their family. They want, maybe you're part of their soul family. So just be patient. I hate that. It's like, how long do we have to be patient? Like, how long? There comes a point where it's like, but patience is good for us. It is, because when we're making decisions based, that are not, that are too fast, we don't have all the information. We just have to be patient, let it unfold, so that all the things, the self-worth and stuff are developing, our psychic gifts are developing, our spiritual path, our ascension path is developing and unfolding as it should on both sides of this. We don't need to be rushing around. We need to be patient. Because there's some compromises that are going to have to be made here. On both sides, on both ends. Because everybody here on probably both sides have big dreams. So there's going to have to be some compromises, because, if your person was settling for a karmic partner, that person probably was a supportive character, like a movie extra. I'm so rude, right? Oh, dang it. I gotta turn this back on. Now, I'm not saying that to be rude, but I'm just saying your person's dreams came first, right? And so they're going to have to learn to make compromises, because when you link up with a divine feminine, she's usually, like I was saying before, just what I created this channel for. They're empaths, they're psychics, they're healers, they're dreamers, creators, artists. So they're not going to be out picking up your socks while all they get out of their life is a coffee cup with your name on it, buddy. You're going to have to compromise, because when you put two dreamers together, but typically in these type of twin flames, they typically end up, I don't know that I buy 100%, they're, going into mission, and they're, they have a mission, and they're healing the planet with their love, their high vibrational divine love. I don't know. That seems kind of a little bit like magical thinking for me, but I'm only one woo, But yeah, there is purpose that God would be drawing two people like that together. It's like a power couple, and a lot of times, sometimes the best way to come back together after this is to create something together that's going to require some compromise on both ends equally. It's not going to be out of balance. Something can't be out of balance. Yeah. And, everybody here has this. What was I talking about earlier? Everyone here has free will. So, you don't have to give up anything that you're not comfortable with either. And you should never give up your self-worth, ever. That's too valuable. That's too hard to come by. That's hard earned. Yeah. That's hard earned, baby. Everybody has free will here. But really what the cards are showing us today is have some patience, because here's where it's going. Union. That's into a different phase. It's a different cycle. Yeah, it's because your twin is missing H out of you. Can't stop thinking about you, just really, really reminiscing and missing you and remembering you. Remembering the connection. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. Please like the video. If you've made it this far, won't you consider subscribing? You know, I'm going to try to get these out here, you know, at least once a week or something, so that, you know, you can kind of, these are just for confirmation. Nothing I said here today was anything that you don't already know. Oh, I just wanted to pull you maybe one little more closing message just for you, the viewer. I appreciate you. I'm so happy that you came. I hope that you will come again. Yes. Yeah. This song says, you've got me hypnotized. Just one look in your eyes. You've got me mesmerized. What is this? Conroe? I've never heard of him. Yes, these twin flame connections, these high-level soulmates, mirror souls. That's why your person's sitting there being an observer. They're hypnotized. You got me hypnotized. Just one look in your eyes, you got me mystified. That's that divine feminine energy you carry, right? Your person thinks they're a victim. You got me hypnotized. I'm bound. I'm a victim. No, you're not. You have free will. Playing tricks and messing with my mind. Thinks he's a victim. I don't know if you guys can even hear that. Says, you got me here. 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 Oh, dang it. It just passes by as soon as I... Talking about, you got me hypnotized. Hey, he thinks he's a victim. He thinks you're playing games, messing with his mind. But you're not. You're just living your life. Yeah, just one look, he gets lost in your eyes. Got me mesmerized. Playing tricks and messing with my mind. You got me hypnotized. Thinks he's a victim. How's he a victim? He has free will. And so do you. You can block him. Walk out on him. You don't have to take any of that while he goes and plays around with his, you know, karmic partner. I'm just saying his. You know, you can switch the roles. Like I said, divine masculines can be feminine every second. Yeah. Again, this is the last message I'm going to give. I'm going to cut this off. I'm dropping cards everywhere and it's getting out of control here. This is the second time this has come out. It's gaining, this is good. This right here is so good. White light coming down, shedding some understanding from the heavens. This is the divine. Sending some understanding. That union may be on the horizon. Okay. So I'm going to leave it right there for today. I hope you got something out of that. And if you did, that's good. Please consider to subscribe. Please like the video, just a little thumbs up. Also, I don't know how the audio's doing. I hope it's certainly got to be better than it was the last couple of videos. But I have the microphone now. But there is supposed to be a little box up there that says CC. You can click on that and there'll be captions, and that might help you to get a little bit more, information, because sometimes I start talking too fast when I start channeling energy, or I'm doing weird stuff and picking up cards, looking at the songs and stuff. So, maybe if you use the captions, you still be able to get a little bit more information out of me. And if you do, hit that thumbs up and please consider to subscribe. Until next time, be blessed, my friends.